Google dropped some pretty huge updates to AI Max for search. And if you're running campaigns, this one's going to change how you work. AI Max is basically Google saying, hey, what if we just did the targeting, the writing, and the optimization for you? Doesn't necessarily sound bad, but it also means a lot less control for media buyers and performance marketers. So here's what's new and why it matters. The first update, query expansion matching. Google will now basically match your ads to new intent patterns that you didn't even target. Obviously, that can be good for reach, but it's also risky when it comes to relevance. The second update, automatic asset adaptation. This means Google will start rewriting your headlines, it will rewrite your descriptions based on the performance and the data that it holds. And while we're being really careful with this, sometimes it did mean it outperformed our existing copy and sometimes not so much. The third update, URL expansion. So that means ads can now basically lead to different pages on your site if Google thinks that they are a better fit. Amazing if your landing pages are optimized, but dangerous if they're not. The fourth update, brand filtering. You can now exclude competitor brand terms on a campaign level. This is really meaningful because when automation gets broader, as it does with AI Max, your ads may start showing for searches that you didn't explicitly target. On the flip side, if you're planning to bid on competitor terms, then you'll want to treat that as a separate strategy, so you don't just rely on the broad AI expansion of one campaign. In other words, use exclusions deliberately and not just by default. And the last update, creative signal scoring. That's basically a new metric that tells you which ad asset actually drives results, and that one is a massive win in my opinion. AI Max just got a whole lot smarter, but it's also a reminder, automation only works if your data, if your exclusions, if your trackings are watertight.